There is nothing little when these brothers start battling. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans' offense will go to work first. Obviously, both sides love to win this rivalry game, but when Michigan State does it, it's almost as if they enjoy it more, and they love taking a close one last year.
Well, they enjoy it more because they're talked about all the time as the little brother. They're looked at as inferior. So I think Michigan State always loves to hit it to the big Michigan, hail to the victors, and really make a statement against the team everybody looks at as one of the biggest brands in college football.
Yeah, and I think if they want to be seen as an equal, not just in-state, but really in the national picture too, then you've got to string these wins together. You've got to beat your in-state rival over and over and over consecutively. So this is a big opportunity in this game for Sparta.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd.
Wide open on the right. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level.
Turning it on. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Give to the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Oh, he got loose. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. When you drop dimes like that, you're right. There is a school that's known to all, and it's on the banks of the Red Cedar.
And that will get Kirk Cousins breaking out the bling-bling and doing the dances. But I'll tell you what, when they can find a guy that can continue to make plays off of play action and be that game manager, I think Michigan State can have a great season.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Direct snap. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Now the play fake. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Rides the back and leaves it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. And the Spartans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Michigan offense. Running back searching for a hole. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Picks up the first down. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll try it over the left side. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. From the gun to give, looking for room. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Fine play action. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense. Get a fumble recovery and start your drive 1st and 10. Sets up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. A run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Using his legs, it's Boot. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quick release on the RPO. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the single back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 3rd and long. He's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Dead center perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Looking to throw, it's Charles. Snagged out of the air. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it in the middle, it's Booth. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Spartans with the 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Complete on the comeback. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And the Spartans started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Booth. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Snap to the back. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Looking for a man. It's Charles. Zings it complete to the right. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
The Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Back has it. And some room to work. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Wolverines are on the move. Looking to pass. It's Charles. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From the gun, running back chance to give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Michigan! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. That's caught. It's in goal. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Finding an escape route. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Charles. He's got his man across the middle. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mitchell. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. And this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wolverines getting set on first and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. Back to throw, it's Charles. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And and the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 6 over Tulane. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly on the move. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Quick completion to the right. And the defense drags him down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finds his tight end. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Second down. We reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Dropping back, it's Combs. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got a man. It's Ogden. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looking for a push on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for room. It's Booth. Turning it on. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So here comes the Michigan offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense,
always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
this offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Combs. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Punt is on its way. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
Got it behind the line. It's White. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on second down. Looking downfield, it's Combs. Makes the grab, it's Ogden. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ogden. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Snap it to the back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Second down.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
First down.
Looking to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up second down.
To the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Booth. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He's got him.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Pulls it in. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.